saw the clip of "You are cursed. You are
Ah,
cursed."
hmm
Um, and that's it. I've like I've been I low key have literally I kind of ignored wrestling all week,
it's fine. I
studying
can
and shameless.
when we get to the raw highlights and all the other stuff, I will explain it to you.
Yeah. I don't
But
even know what happened on Raw besides I heard about Oba and Brock. I just didn't see it. And
it's
I heard
phenomenal.
nothing else. All
What
honestly, all I've seen about wrestling this week, I saw like I saw like what like the results of Revolution and everything else
mhm.
is Danhausen. My whole feed is just Danhausen. I'm like really into it.
Yeah. Oh wow, this
What?
is actually good breaking news. Actually,
Good breaking news?
we
Did he die?
we what's up?
Did he die?
Not that breaking news.
Oh,
I
dang.
know no, not that, and none of nothing
My
personal either. But
my dream would be to break that news live ourselves.
no, that's more podcast related breaking news.
Mm.
I just looked because I'm updating all the streams and stuff. We just broke 300 subscribers on YouTube.
Yay!
We were at
Thank
like
you,
two,
300.
yeah, about 20 people in the last month.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we are growing and expanding, and thank you guys. Let's see.
Thank you,
I
new
want to get to like,
subscribers.
what's up?
I said thank you to the new subscribers.
Yeah, I want to see if we can get to like 500 by the end of the
That
year.
would be
That's
sick.
500 would be great, and then we can start to build a little bit more from there, and then we
Mhm.
can, maybe give out some goodies, all that fun stuff.
Ooh, that would be fun. I miss the KOTR giveaways that I
they,
benefit from.
they were most, it would, to be honest with you, the KOTR giveaways was Dave getting rid of excess merch that he had.
Honestly, though, I benefited. I
I
took
know
off.
you did.
I finally took Oscar out of her box, but the box I still have.
Nice.
I because I started decorating using WrestleMania as a decorating holiday. So I take
Okay.
all my wrestling figures I take out for WrestleMania because I don't like them out all the time anymore. I'm like kind of over having all my figures everywhere.
Yeah.
So for WrestleMania, I bring out all my friends and I have a few wrestling Funkos. And this year, Asuka's gonna hang out with her Funko friends and go back in her autograph box at the end of the season.
Oh, hey, Mance. Hi, Taquan.
Hi
Thank you for
everyone.
thank you for sharing, Taquan. Mance, I almost hit you up to be like, hey, do you want to be on the show?
That would
But
be
I figured
fun.
you were probably still working and whatnot. The only wrestling figure I actually have two. One is the one you gave me,
Sasha.
which is the only time she's ever done a Funko. So it's a
Yep.
very exclusive item.
Ooh.
So like when I met her several years ago at New York Comic Con, a lot of people had that one Funko of her because that's the only one she's ever done.
That's crazy. I assumed she'd have so many because of all her different hair colors. Like you.
Oh no, that would have been great, but she only ever did one. And then the other one I got was a gift from an old colleague of mine. It's actually a Christmas ornament, but I just put it on my desk. It's like, oh,
I have that. I think I have that one too for my
mhm.
Christmas tree.
Yeah. So it is
I
Ciroc.
I have a few. I have Aleister Black. I have CM Punk. I have Chris Jericho. I have Sami Zayn. I have I don't remember if I have Kevin Owens the figure and the Funko, but I have a Kevin Owens Funko. I have Finn Balor in figure form and Funko form.
Very nice.
I have China in figure form and Funko form. I have Becky as a Funko, Asuka as a Funko. I have one vintage Kurt Angle figure.
Ooh.
Um, I had Bray Wyatt and I can't find him.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know. I had Bray Wyatt for years and years and years, and around the time he died, I was looking for the Funko and it disappeared. I don't know where he is.
That is not cool.
I know. Oh, and I have John Cena in figure form. I'm
Nice. Of
missing the
course.
Hardys.
Have you seen the Always Ready? Man, I will invite you right now if you are down for a down.
Yo, come in. Wait, you should.
Let me know. We don't have much time, but we have some time where I can bring you in. Theoretically, we're pre-showing right now. Um, we can definitely we can definitely have you. So like, hurry up. Let me know. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes.
Ooh.
If you're down, I will text you like immediately right now.
Is this our first St. Patrick's Day episode?
This is our friend St. Patty's Day episode. Yes. Oh, he's down. Okay, give me
Oh
one
my
second,
god.
Mans. Mans,
Wait, I'm
I'm
so
going to
excited.
send you a personal message on Discord because I think that'll be easiest right now. Okay, I don't want to pull up my phone. Where? Oh, God, what is your name? Oh, Pod Daddy Cool. Where the hell are you?
Let me grab a fresh beer since I'm almost out of this one.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh yeah, they're probably zero
Guinness
Guinness
zero
zero alcohol.
alcohol. It is my favorite beer.
I was concerned because I was like, what?
Trust me, if I was drinking real beer, I would not be on the show at this time. Hold on.
Mans, I just PM'd you the link on Discord, so I should know when you get in very, very soon. Yeah, we got a lot to cover tonight, folks. AEW Revolution was actually a bit of a revolution. It's pretty interesting, and yeah, I surprisingly enough, it's finally WrestleMania season
I'm
in
so
every single
excited.
word. They finally, I think they have an idea for the most part of what they're doing, and now it's just filling stuff in by and large. But we are just waiting for Mance to get on. I just sent you a message on Discord. Apparently, we weren't friends on Discord, but I messaged you anyways. As a
Oh.
as a backup, Mance, I'll also message you on your cell phone right now, just in case you don't get it in time.
Oh my goodness.
I'll put it in our group chat, Mance, because it's the closest one I have of
Oh, that's smart.
for us. I have been auditing like a mad person this entire week.
Even what?
Auditing, sorry.
Oh, for like work?
Yeah, it's audit season for me. Hence the facial hair.
I was gonna say the beard looks good.
Yeah, because I just combed it before. between like between the sprained ankle, like being mobile is at a premium.
I was saying, you
And,
like are you homebound and stuck?
well, no, I've been testing my limits periodically so
Mhm.
that I can like because I'm also like very barren. Like I don't have much food in my apartment right now, but I know I couldn't go to a grocery store.
Do you use Instacart?
No, I don't. I refuse to pay like delivery fees. Like I'd rather just go get it myself.
I
So
hear you.
yeah, but luckily I also have the local deli that's down the block from me. So like I can essentially, and my ankle's getting a lot better. Like things are starting to like. If you ever sprained your ankle, sometimes things will start to crack
I
back into
haven't.
place. Yeah, things
I've
will start.
never broken or sprained anything.
Knock on wood, lucky you. So a lot of the times when you sprain your ankle, depending on the severity of it, and for me, it happens a lot just because of my instep. You're either like you're partially tearing a ligament, or a ligament gets overstretched and so it gets inflamed, and things like that. And there's so many smaller bones in your ankle area that like one shift can fuck up your whole day. And
Ugh.
obviously, also when you screw up a ligament or a bone, something, it'll swell around the area. It'll be like stop moving. You know.
Oh God. That sounds terrible.
So it's a battle of suppressing the swelling and managing the swelling. I've been wearing an ankle brace like 24/7. Oh, look who joined us. And then also Pod Daddy Cool. Hey man. And then it's also a matter of after you like suppress like the swelling and the icing stuff, you still have to move.
Hmm.
Like you still have to kind of like learn to walk in, so like your ligaments learn like, oh, this is what we're supposed to be doing, because
Yeah.
ligaments will inflame and then they'll tighten up.
Hmm. Ugh.
Due to yeah, it's annoying, but we get through it. Mr. Mans, how are you, sir?
Hello.
We are
Hello.
Just about to knock down Stone Cold.
live. Not after 316 day.
And I did knock down Lafayette.
Oh, Lafayette.
Jesus.
There we go, man. We're gonna get you going real quick. Just gonna update
you're
some
good.
stuff. See, we get a little, this is the pre-show, so we're getting a little bit of a scene behind the curtain right now. It's like organized right there.
Kings of the
back. All right. Oh, I like the setup, man.
Thank you. It's the Fabe Coffee House setup.
That's right. That's right. Where are you now on that?
Just TikTok, Fabe Coffee House.
No. Like, where are you on the list?
Oh, what do you mean? I don't know.
Like your countdown list of the greatest WrestleMania main events. Like, where are you? What number are you at?
Well, today I did a JCW video, but yesterday I was at 24.
Oh, you're making your way.
Well, the thing is, there were 10 dudes tied for 24.
Okay. So you cheated. All right.
Well, no, it's everyone who's ever had one main event, lost, but there was no title on the line. So it's Piper, Orndorff, Bundy, Andre, DiBiase, Bam Bam Bigelow, CM Punk, and 3 other guys that I can't think of right now.
Lawrence Taylor?
Lawrence Taylor won.
Oh, touche. Never mind.
So he's on the list of guys who have had one main event, not for a title, and won. And there's only 2 people on that list.
Gotcha. Okay.
Tomorrow, what is one that I thought was going to take a lot of research, and then I realized that the guy who is number 23 fought the same guy at WrestleMania 3 times and lost. So that is who it might be.
3 the same. I was gonna say is it Pete Rose, but it's not Pete Rose.
That, of course, has to be the WrestleMania main event.
What did you think of my ideas that I gave you? Like best.
I do. I like your ideas. I like the opener one. And honestly, that may be what I do next WrestleMania season is look at the first match of every WrestleMania, see how that goes.
Yeah.
I know when I get to I think 2013, I will blow a small gasket in my brain.
Who was the opener in 2013?
Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus.
The Kiss. The Kiss.
Yeah. Mrs. Punk screwed over one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Oh, surprise. All right, man. So are you ready? We are talking about Revolution because there was a lot that happened at Revolution, and we are going to talk about everything that happened during SmackDown and Raw this past week, which apparently Creative decided to actually do something for once.
Yeah, I know most of all of that. I watched all of Raw last night, so let's see let's go.
Let's go. All right, so you've seen this before. We will be back in 3 minutes. Yes, 3 minutes. There's your warning.
Kings of the rings of the illest. Kings of the rings of the illest. Representing kings of the rings to the fullest. King Ricky made the hot tag to Willie T. And out of nowhere, like Randy is the Queen Bee. K-Fay, brother, 400 plus in the bag, like money in the bank, brother. See, when they pod, it's the opposite of common. Look at the comments. Crowned in a certified top 10. You heard? Kings of the Rings pod. Throw up a too sweet when you see the squad. Like a chop in a, I know you feel it. Kings of the Rings of the illest. Kings of the Rings of the illest. Kings of the Rings of the illest.
And hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 437. I am your host, Ricky Rose. Thank you guys for joining us. We are live currently right now on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook, and especially on YouTube with our now over 300 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for subscribing to Kings of the Rings podcast. The goal this year is 500. With me tonight is the very Irish looking today, which is very new for you. I feel like you're more you look more Italian a lot of the times.
Thank you.
But you are very Irish looking today on such a lucky day as it is St. Patty's Day as we are recording Kayfabe or K-Housing. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm sitting here in my newly renovated, for the millionth time, podcasting corner. We have a zero alcohol Guinness. It is cold. It is frosty. I didn't watch any wrestling this week. So we're going to have some fun.
We are going to wing it, that is for sure. If you guys like what you are listening to or what you are watching currently right now, please give us a follow, like, share, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, buy some of our fantastic merch. Links to all of that are in this QR code right next to me or in the description below of this video. And just in time for his introduction, he is a what would he call you? An elder statesman of the Wrestle Addict radio lore. He is one of the greatest solo podcasters ever, a man who is always interesting whether he is talking about wrestling or he's talking about a chicken sandwich. Mr. Pod Daddy Cool, welcome to the show as our special guest, Mance Chappell. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I didn't know I was going to be on the show 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, you know, it happens. Welcome.
Days ago. It's good. It's good to be here. I don't remember making a chicken sandwich video. I made a.
You know what it was, man? It's because before we started doing show, I had a chicken club sandwich.
Okay.
So it was on my mind.
Don't get me wrong. I'll make a chicken sandwich. I made a jelly bean video 4 days ago.
See what you're proving my point here.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's good to be here to talk about some things. We are in WrestleMania season, which is typically when I arrive on this podcast.
Yeah, you're a little early this time. It's only because we need you. Will is not with us this week. He is still in the process of moving into his new location in the suburbs. So,
Womp
womp.
Congratulations, Will.
Congratulations, Will. You'll finally actually have parking for once. So, with that being said, we are going to get this impromptu makeshift of a show on the road. It's just like the McMahon era in WWE Raw. However, here's what we're going to get into. AEW Revolution was this past week. It was Sunday night on the Ides of March. Beware the Ides of March. And to be honest with you, it was a good show. It was a pretty good show. The results are on the bottom right now, starting with the 0 Hour. Boom and Doom, Boom Boom, AJ and QT Marshall defeated the infantry of Shane Taylor Promotions, which is, if you watch the highlights of the match, real weird. Willow defended her TBS championship, beating Lena Cross. Jack Perry won the AEW national title in the 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal. Yes, hometown boy Jack Perry won, too, in the arena where his father used to take him.
Oh, that's cute, actually.
FTR defeated the Young Bucks. Timeless Tony Storm defeated Marina Shafir. John Moxley defeated Konosuke Takeshita in a no time limit match. And actually, on it kind of went 20 minutes to begin with, anyways. You know, the Babes of Wrath, with the greatest women's tag team name almost ever, lost. He lost to Megan Bayne and Lena Cross. Swerve defeated Brody King. Kind of a surprise move there. Thekla beat Chris Statlander in a 2 out of 3 falls match. We have a new AEW Trios champion, Jet Speed Kevin Knight, Mystical, and Speedball Mike Bailey won the Trios title. We also, the team of Darby Allin, Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, beat the Dogs, which is pretty much Bullet Club people. They won. Andrade El Idolo defeated Bandito, and last but not least, in a wild, and I mean wild, Texas Death Match, MJF beat Hangman Adam Page, which means one thing, and one thing only. Hangman Adam Page has officially Cody Rhodes'd himself in AEW. Because of this loss and because of the stipulation he agreed to, Hangman Adam Page can no longer challenge for the AEW World Championship for as long as he's in AEW.
I have a question about that. Yeah. Did he sign anything?
Oh, don't think AEW is ever going to get that technical, but to my knowledge, no.
I believe it was simply a gentleman's agreement, is the phrase TK used.
So it's bullshit.
I mean,
probably.
Yes,
probably it's not wrestling, so yes.
But probably not until Hangman turns heel later down the road. But yeah, it'll be like I didn't sign anything, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I don't purchase AEW shows anymore. I still manage to find ways to watch most of it.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah,
I found my way today.
And I will say this. There's a reason why I don't buy these shows anymore. And partially, they go up until midnight, way longer than that into the night. And I got to get up and work at the post office. And they don't care that there's wrestling on Sunday night. But the criticism was always the show can be a little violent, can be a little bloody, and it was the alternative to WWE. That's well and good. We've gone a little far here.
Why? What happened?
Oh, yeah.
The window.
I didn't see anything.
The window, the wall, the sweat dropped down
my balls.
All of it happened.
That was blood,
motherfucker.
Here's the thing. The window was clearly gimmicked because they were dragging each other through broken glass and not really getting cut up too bad. Mm-hmm. But you know what was real? At least one of the light tubes, because it just ripped open the back of MJF and all of the barbecue skewers. Yes. I cannot stand the barbecue skewer spot. So I understand the idea is that, you stab somebody in there with and it looks great as it fellas. It makes my skin crawl. And just in general, that kind of craziness, like the staple gun, I don't like, but I've not in wrestling. I've been stapled with a staple gun before.
Yeah,
I grew up in the time of Jackass. I've been stapled with a staple gun before. But those and light tubes and
oh my god,
I'm looking at it. It's too much.
Are you looking at it now, Kay?
I on my big monitor. I googled MJF Revolution 2026. I'm just scanning through images, and I see the skewers in the head. I see a fucking Hangman's blood on the camera.
Oh, that was a great spot. Honestly,
that's
of all
incredible.
the spots, that was a great spot at the end. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not.
I don't think so. I think it's a happy accident.
It was a happy accident. It's a great visual to end it. But like just to recap the death match weapons used, you have a window, you have a staple gun, you have light tubes, you had skewers. You had barbed wire, you had a chair, you had a barbed wire chair, you had a dog collar.
That's true. They did do the dog collar, which I appreciated that.
It was a good callback to the one time that I think
it was Punk.
No, but it was also MJF and Hangman did a dog collar or something. Because MJF screams not again. He did a dog collar match with Hangman.
He also did one with Punk. I know that much because I was I was at that Dynamite when they introduced the dog collar.
Yeah, and then you also you have all of these things. You have we said barbed wire, steel chair wrapped in barbed wire. You also had exploding barbed wire, which they finally got correct. Took them years to do.
That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, wow, that's way more exploding barbed wire than they did before.
And last but not least, Kay, you're probably not going to see a video of this. They brought it back. And even when they did it the first time when MJF and Swerve did it in the cage, I was like, that's a bit too much. a syringe through the mouth.
I
Oh.
would rather.
Oh my
die.
God! Wait. Oh.
Granted,
AEW
it was a sterile syringe, but I was like, I don't know
I
about
don't
that.
care. It's still it's
AEW
fucking cheap.
is selling prints of the skewer. They're
I'm
selling.
gonna lie.
I'm like still going through, and I clicked on the skewer picture, and I realized it led me to the shop, and it's selling several prints from this match.
I'm not surprised by that, but I'm also kind of surprised as I feel like when listening to the commentary, because Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan, was also on commentary for the death match. And at one point they were talking about we do a lot of these death matches now. And Brian Dan's like, yeah, I feel like after this we should put like a moratorium on this and come back to it later.
Yeah.
Because this might have been the most violent of the death matches because it did compile a bunch of former death matches from AEW's history into this one match. So like what more can you do besides almost actually kill somebody at this point? Like there's so far you can go with it.
It's getting to be. I mean, we're this far from mass transit. I mean,
I thought about it because they did talk about because at one point MJF walks up the ramp and they're like, what happens if MJF just leaves? And they're just like, the match continues. Like until there's a winner.
There is now wrestling historian here. There is precedent for that from WCW. At one point, it was Bam Bam Bigelow and I believe Terry Funk in a Falls Count Anywhere match, and Bam Bam left the building and was counted out, so he was nowhere. So I believe if MJF goes nowhere, the match does end.
Interesting.
No.
Well, no, death matches don't have a count out. It's just
That's true. Technically, it's not Falls Count. At some point, MJF is going to lay down to sleep, and he will not answer a 10 count.
Yes, if you do it correctly. If there's a ref around. Yeah. So it is pretty crazy. I did last week compare AEW's Texas deathmatch things like WWE's Hell in a Cell, and I like it, but not every big feud has to end in the deathmatch. Like the MJF and Hangman feud didn't actually deserve a deathmatch. It was just Hangman being desperate, and his desperation cost him. You know, like Hangman and Moxley at All In. Okay, death match.
That required Texas death match because Moxley had everything held captive, and Hangman only had one option, and he was going to have to beat Moxley at his own game.
And it was in Texas.
And it was in Texas. This was in what? San Jose?
No, it was Los Angeles. The where the Lakers play. Yeah.
This match was. It was violent for the sake of violent, and I hate that in wrestling. I just they could have done so much more with so much less, and they chose not to.
Yeah, I will say, MJF is the king of parody in AEW. So, okay, you're gonna have to find this MJF's entrance video. He did a little like Hollywood entrance. So he was like alone. He was like they did all Western theme. He's riding into a ghost town on a horse. And it's like, I'm Maxwell Jacob Friedman, like a country Western. It's like, I'm Michael Jacob Friedman. Most people say, you may know me, and you may know, but I'm better than you. He's like riding in, and then he goes to like a makeshift grave that says Hangman Adam Page, and he just pisses on it.
For a
Hell
while.
yeah. That's my man.
Like beginning of Austin Powers for a while.
Yes, that's the first thing I thought. So it was good. But yeah, it feels like this is ending too soon. There could have been more to this. It could have led all the way into All In this year, to be honest with you. You can't go further than what you just did here in a Texas death match.
I'm sure Tony found a way.
Nooses, guillotines,
something. Someone called Big Boss Man up somehow.
I started watching something for my TikTok after WrestleMania, and it was when The Rock threw Stone Cold off of a bridge. But it was, was it real?
Wasn't like Corpus Christi or something like that?
Yeah,
really shallow water.
Yeah. So, but they'll do it for real. They'll throw.
They'll throw Darby. Darby will do it.
George Washington Bridge.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Besides the rest of the card, there are good like Revolution and AEW in general. You're never going to get really bad matches. FTR versus Young Bucks, really freaking good. Swerve, Brody King, for what it was worth, really good. Timeless Tony, Marina Shafir, also really good. Weird because it's Tony, but really good. Oxley and Takeshita, fantastic. Fantastic match. What you needed to go over well, your top of your card matches went over excellent. And they did, and it was reported early before the show. They number one, they for their setup, they sold out the arena and they did $1 million gate.
Wow.
Which is hats off to them.
That's awesome.
I will say this: if WWE had sold out a building, they would have done a $3 million gate because tickets are so damned expensive.
Yeah,
exactly. So kudos to them. On top of what was going on at Revolution. Oh, hey, it's Wade. What's going on, brother Wade? How are you, buddy? Good to see you on the show. Thank you for coming back. And how was your birthday, by the way? I know your birthday was last week, but how did it go? I think it went really well. Anywho, on top of all the randomness that happened at AEW Revolution, it ended up being the homecoming or the reunion or the return show for like the first half of the show.
Mhm.
So FTR versus Young Bucks opened up the show. I actually scratched that. We had to that's the one thing I hate about AEW. So Kay, you will hate this too, and man, she probably about this as well. So the 0 hour ended with the AEW 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal for the AEW National Championship.
Mhm.
That match did not end at 0 hour. The match concluded at the beginning of the actual show. So
that's fucked up.
So they've done this 1,000 times before.
I know. It's so mean.
When you start watching it, you see this ridiculous pyro going off and people fighting in the ring.
And there's still people in and around the ring fighting.
Yeah. And you don't know what's going on. And so the first real match was FTR versus Young Bucks. Great match. It's FTR and Young Bucks. You do what you got to do. And then all of a sudden, the lights went out. This is going to be a fucking theme of AEW in the first half of this. Lights go out. You see this skull, this weird thing. It's like, oh, someone drew this. Then you hear, you think you know me because, hey, guess who's back to almost injure himself again? Edge or Adam Copeland.
It's Cope. It's Ares, the god of war.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he is back looking jacked and ripped as ever. All obviously going after FTR, who took him out of action for a considerably long time, but he didn't come alone because for the benefit of those with flash photography, oh yeah, Christian Cage is back too. So we finally may be getting
that. Yes,
Edge and Christian, Cage and Cope as a tag team, and they're coming for FTR.
I'm here for this. This is something AEW can do that I will care about. I've been predicting this since I believe All Out last year. When one of my predictions was, FTR is going to win or retain to set up this and this and this with Cage and Cope, and it just never happened. And it never happened. And he had to do Percy Jackson, and now we're back here. And okay, let's do it before Edge signs another movie deal.
Or almost injures himself again, like trying to do something stupid in the steel cage.
I forgot Edge was gone, if I'm being so honest.
We all did.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because there were rumors he was going to come back for John Cena's retirement because he technically wasn't signed with AEW.
Yeah.
All of this stuff. And then,
shortening his edge.
Yeah. And then it just never happened. So that wasn't the only surprise. So the next match right after was Marina Shafir versus Timeless Toni Storm. Great match, fine match. Toni Storm ends up winning. She leaves the ring. Marina Shafir is on the ground, and all of a sudden, the crowd starts rumbling. Not a good rumble, but a concerned rumble.
Yes.
And
no.
Oh, you just wait, Kay. Kay, who enters the ring to assist Marina Shafir?
Eva Marie.
No, it's not going to put a smile on your face. But the former baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey, has appeared in AEW, coming to the aid of Marina Shafir, and it appears we are potentially getting Rowdy Ronda Rousey, who, by the way, signed with Jake Paul's promotion to fight Gina Carano in the Battle of the MAGA in a UFC fight. But it appears we may be getting an official Ronda Rousey run in AEW, potentially for All In. Who knows? Last time we saw Ronda Rousey in a wrestling ring, she was debuting at Ring of Honor for like a one-off. Mm-hmm. That was several years ago.
I'm hoping this is a one-off in AEW as well. Listen, I was at the 2022 Royal Rumble live, Now, if you don't remember the 2002 Royal Rumble or 22 Royal Rumble, it's the worst one. But at the end of we're getting towards the end of the Women's Royal Rumble. It counts down to 30, and Ronda Rousey comes out. The people at Revolution were madder than us. We were mad. But we also, we were madder later that night when Brock won the second one. But no, Ronda's here, and Jesus, great. Put her in a match that she can, Tony can carry people. Tony will get her through. Tony can make somebody mediocre look like $1 million, Blake Monroe. So Ronda and Tony may be great. I'm not saying it won't be great. It won't be good. I just don't care. And this is the first time I can say I don't care about a timeless Tony Storm thing.
It's interesting because they did hint at in the commentary that she may be part of Moxley's Death Riders now since he came to aid Marina Shafir.
She did slap the shit out of
Ronda Rousey?
Yes.
No.
Because remember, Marina Shafir is part of a Death Riders, and that whole Death Rider faction is supposed to be grittier and unorthodox and just
Ronda
crazy,
Rousey is not.
or whatever John Moxley came up with.
No. Ronda Rousey is not gritty. I remember critiquing Ronda Rousey years ago on this fucking show about how she was not convincing when she cut promo. She was not aggressive. I remember this rant specifically. I went off about how she came off like a petulant little child whenever she didn't get her way, and it's going to be the same in AEW.
Ronda Rousey's
I'm
first
glad
match,
I don't watch weekly.
The WrestleMania 34 match in New Orleans.
Beautifully booked match.
Beautifully booked match. But you know what she had in that match? Triple H and Kurt Angle.
And Paul Heyman as the booker. I think Paul Heyman was agent.
Looked great. A year later, we were all there where the main event, the first women's main event of WrestleMania, they got through it. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't what it could have been. It wasn't Ronda from a year before. Ronda is diminishing returns all the time. She has reached her half-life in wrestling a couple of times and just cannot get back to the level she was in her first match. And with the hype gone, and with her MMA career is I would say over, but she's got a fight coming up. And if it's free and I can watch two MAGA ladies beat the living shit out of each other, I'll watch that.
It's called MAGA.
Yeah, whatever. Just let them go after one another. They'll stumble through it. Neither one of them has fought in a long time. I forgot Gina Carano was a person.
Me too.
I always forget she's in Deadpool and like the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
Sideburn. My son is 11. He'll be 12 in about 3 weeks, and he had the flu last week, and he's just kind of flipping through all of our streaming services, and he gets on Amazon Prime and he finds the 2008 American Gladiator series hosted by Hulk Hogan. You know who's the gladiator on that?
Gina Carano.
And I was like, it was like a jump scare. I was like, Jesus, that's Gina Carano. Again, sideburn. But no, Ronda Rousey. Somebody in the Discord chat said very plainly, we don't like you. And that's kind of where I am.
I don't have that much vitriol towards Ronda myself. I think it was one of those things where it kind of reminds me of how Cora Jade treated WWE on her way out, like just like a hurt child, kind of. But also going back to like Ronda Rousey is convincing as a mean person, because as someone who has met Ronda, because I did meet her at Comic-Con, it should have been a precursor. Anybody who shows up at New York Comic-Con has things coming down the road. That's why they show up. But Ronda is a dork, a lefty too. But Ronda's a huge dork of a personality. Like she's not like the meanness is just for like fighting and the persona, but like in real life,
write a graphic novel.
She wrote a graphic novel, yes, inspired by Paul Heyman, and there's somebody who looks like the Miz in that graphic novel as well, which I have signed, by the way. But Ronda, personality-wise, is a big old dork. She's a giant nerd. Like the tough girl thing was kind of brought out of her, one, to sell, and two, because she was that damn good. But like her base personality is not somebody who's like tough. She's tough because she has to be, but that's not who she is. And that's probably why her character doesn't work, because we want big, bad, rowdy Ronda Rousey that we saw in UFC. And that worked for that setting, but everybody knows in wrestling, especially in WWE, it is your personality times 10. And that is Ronda's personality is not a tough woman. It's just not. That's why it comes off as inauthentic.
I will ask one thing of Tony Khan when it comes to Ronda Rousey. When you get her gear, one piece, so she's not constantly adjusting the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Ronda Rousey wrestling gear is when she came out. I forgot what WWE event it was. When she came out dressed as Sonya Blade, I thought she looked perfect.
Oh yeah,
because she was the voice of Sonya Blade in like a Mortal Kombat
mm-hmm.
Game, and she came out dressed as Sonya Blade. I was like, oh, that's perfect for her. But yeah, Ronda's back. But Wade K, there's more.
There's more.
Yes.
Who else?
Who else? I'm glad you would say that because after the Moxley and Takeshita fight, which was again right after this.
Stellar.
Right after this.
I mean, one of the best
after Ronda.
Yeah, so Ronda's leaving the same way that Moxley's coming because Moxley's too big and bad and cool to use the entrance ramp.
Naturally.
Yeah, and you can tell I have feelings about Moxley and his character. So after that match, after Moxley beats Takeshita, the lights go out again, and you get this vignette of this nerdy-looking generic doctor with the white coat, and he's testing on somebody, and somebody's in the chamber, and I'm like, huh, that guy in the chamber, one, very Wolverine Weapon X, like for all of our comic book nerds.
See, I was getting Luke in the back to tank on Hoth, but that's fine.
Close enough. And two, that looks like Will Ospreay. And then he gets to 100% and Will Ospreay screams, and then it goes, and then the lights go back on, that was weird. And then Will Ospreay's music hit because guess what, folks? Will Ospreay's back. So
I also forgot he was gone.
We all did. Will Ospreay's back. And I will say he looks fantastic. He is no longer the skinny boy that does flips. He's the guy who actually went to the gym and does flips now. He looks like he should look for the money that AEW is paying him finally. Hopefully he can stay healthy. He went after Moxley because, again, Moxley took him out too. So we'll see where this goes. Will Ospreay needs to be at the top of this card in some way, shape, or form. If they do as well, Ospreay versus MJF, all in London.
Oh my God, that was
easy win right there.
Mm-hmm.
But Mance, your thoughts on the return of Will Ospreay?
I don't think he's 100%. I don't care what the vignette said. I don't see others anyway. I think he's coming back early. And maybe he doesn't do anything for a while. And maybe because I don't think Seth Rollins is 100% either, and we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's coming to start the because you can't if all in is on Saturday, you can't bring him back on Wednesday and say, oh, we're gonna have this huge match. You gotta build this feud. So you build it for the next 4 months. Him showing up off and on, him getting healthier, and ideally he's able to wrestle or at least brawl before All In. But if he literally does not get cleared the day before All In, if you build the story correctly, it still works. I was surprised to see him show up. I was surprised that they're hinting that he might be good to wrestle because I just cannot believe that he is.
He did a lot of wrestling related moves, and he looked great doing them. He almost landed on somebody's head, but he looked great doing that.
Oh my God.
Maybe he's
classic AEW.
Wait till we get to the Brock segment. My God, he almost killed a couple of Seth students.
Oh my God. I can't wait.
So Will Ospreay returns, and then 2 matches later, I believe 2 matches later, we have Swerve versus Brody King in a great match. Very technically, very good match, played to everybody's strengths. Swerve somehow ends up winning, which I think is a misstep because I think Brody King needed the rub. That's just me. Then all of a sudden, Swerve goes to take his classic cinder block of doom and smash Brody King's head in. When lo and behold, Kenny's back. Kenny Omega also returned to take out Swerve, who, if you remember, Swerve took him out of action.
I didn't actually. I didn't even know that happened.
That happened.
Honestly, I didn't think about that. And I didn't remember why Kenny went. Real life, I knew why Kenny went around. He was in Japan doing a video game thing.
He was doing a video game thing, yeah.
But Kenny's back. Hooray.
I just think The last time I watched AEW live, which was like, it was this year, but I remember Kenny Omega being on TV.
And then he wasn't. Because he went to
So-
Japan and do Japan
I
stuff.
mean, he fought in the number one contenders tournament that got, what was it? What it might have been Hangman this title shot. So it's not like he's been gone for months and months and months. It's been weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was
So
still
they just
another
like
random
beefed it up
return.
for no reason.
It was really interesting to have back-to-back-to-back returns in like the first hour of the show. I was like, I can understand spacing them out because that would have made sense to me. But they did do the way that I saw their booking. They put a lot on the first part of the show, dwindled down a significant amount. You can even tell by the time length of some of the women's matches, dwindled down a lot.
Really?
And then they put a lot on the Texas Death Match, which it delivered for the crowd, but they put a lot on it. But it was very kind of top heavy for the most part, leaving the main event to be like, you better freaking deliver. And they did.
Which is a risk when you're going 47 minutes at the end of a 4.5 hour show.
That's also true. It was a 47-minute long death match.
It shouldn't take that long to kill somebody. Especially when we got all these weapons. This should have been a 3-minute death match.
So I speaking of the death match, really quick before we move over from AEW, I did like the fact that I do like the fact that MJF brought out the syringe and he yelled at the announcer. He goes, "They loved it when he did it before," and I was like, "Oh, that's a great point."
He's a very Deadpool wrestler, is MJF.
Yeah, very, very, very good. But AEW Revolution, I would say it was a great show, fantastic show. Texas Death Match is what it is. You either like it or you don't, and you have about it. But it was a quality show. AEW. Now that everybody is particularly back except for Mercedes, that's the one thing that needs to like come back. Yet they have all the ingredients to put on their next big show, All In, to be a pretty wild show. If everybody stays healthy and all goes well, they have a great roster to put on maybe their best show ever at All In. So I'm looking forward to it.
When is All In again?
July, August. I don't know,
middle of August. Middle of July.
Well, their next big show technically is Double or Nothing in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
Which should be a big deal because it was their first one, but it's kind of taking a back seat.
It is taking the back seat. It should be the big one, but All In is a big one because they got Wembley. Although Texas All In was phenomenal, and they should keep going back to the States. But that's just me. But that is a lot of AEW. But let's move on to what's actually going to be a WrestleMania season, because I had my doubts about this in its entirety. So SmackDown happened, Kay. And we had a contract signing between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes.
Okay. How'd that go for them?
Cody Rhodes starts out being like, when I first got here, I looked up to you, Randy. Really like glazing Randy for the sake of glazing Randy. And I'll be honest with you, I don't remember what Randy said, but I do know that Randy started hearing voices. And he started hearing a lot of voices, because you know what, Kay? 09 Randy is back.
Wow. I love 09 Randy.
I will tell you.
One of my favorite eras of wrestling in general.
I also will tell you
Randy.
this. No babyface in the history of wrestling gets kicked in the balls quite like Cody Rhodes. Nobody at all. Randy kicked him in the balls, threw him around, made him bleed, and then threw a steel steps in his face to make him bleed more.
And the smoothness of hugging Cody Rhodes to slamming him face first into the table is beautiful. Just hug, whack, and then Cody Rhodes didn't see straight again for 3-4 minutes as he was getting whipped all around. And it's Cody's fault. Cody said, "I want the Randy that hears voices," and then
he heard voices.
He's got to keep going. He's got to keep going, because if we want 09 Randy, we need the punt, and not just to Cody, because Cody punted many people in 09. He punted Stephanie McMahon at one point in 09. He punted the old man. He punted the brother. So for Randy Orton, here's some advice. I need you to punt Brandy.
That'd be a great look.
There are 2 children.
You cannot punt the children.
You could, But if you're not going to put it, if you're not,
we're
gonna
not going to pull a Snitsky.
If you're not going to
punt a
punt
child,
the children, I understand that. Then I only have one word: Pharaoh.
No.
Goodness,
No.
Goodness gracious, you will get PETA on them really quick.
If you want Randy Orton to be that Randy Orton, you've got to stop being a baby about it and punt the dog.
There is a mystery involved as well. So Randy was supposed to do a segment on Monday Night Raw, and he decided before they went live on wherever the hell Randy was that had 3G network. But he decided he decided he's not going to do the interview because he just got off the phone with somebody who gave him some advice about the Rhodes family. And the only thing he wanted to say was that wrestling has more than one royal family. So we do have a big mystery. Who was on the other side of that phone that Randy had a conversation with? God, no.
That's a wrestling family. I have an idea.
I know you said Ted DiBiase Jr.
Ted DiBiase
chat.
Jr.
It's not Ted.
It is. Ted DiBiase Jr., he gets one phone call a day. He called Randy Orton. I mean, and like I said, the reason why it's a 3G network is because the last time Ted DiBiase was relevant was 2008.
I guess.
Hell yeah.
I don't know who it could be. Like another. All right, here's the thing. Who hated Dusty?
Ric Flair. Oh no.
I'm here. I'm back.
Okay. I thought it was me.
Oh, I thought that was me.
That was me. Sorry about that. So again, question: who hated Dusty?
Ric Flair.
So it's not Ric Flair. I hope not.
Could be David. What if it's David Flair?
Ouch! Ouch! Like who else would have been like? It's got to be somebody Dusty Street because the way the WWE loves to make Cody babyface is talk about his father. Tried and true. You know, so who could it be that's a royal family? I'm thinking the Harts.
Dory Funk Jr. is alive. I just want to point that out.
I mean, this would be a great time for Dwayne.
That's the one that makes sense, and I hate it.
Oh,
but there's no. Is there a Brocky Johnson Dusty Rhodes connection I'm not thinking about?
I want to say yes, but I don't know. I feel like it was on Young Rock, and I just don't remember it because I watched all of Young Rock.
If it wasn't on the first episode, I don't know what happened on Young Rock.
You need to continue watching Young Rock. It's really funny.
It looks cute. I watched like one episode.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be taken seriously.
Oh yeah, no. I can't think of anybody else it could be. That's a wrestling family because they're all kind of represented somewhere on the card already. If it's not the Anoa'i and it's not the Ortons and it's not, and I agree again, maybe DiBiase's or the Funks or anybody else I've named here. Who is it going to be?
It's going to be his freaking father.
Yeah.
It could be Bob. It's got to be Bob. Bob ain't got nothing to do.
Going to show up, both arms casted.
just reeling down. So that's a big mystery. It appears currently right now, but this is going to be a one-on-one matchup, even though it should have been a fatal four-way because booking. But as of right now, it is still Cody versus Randy with a lot more intrigue. Finally, now let's head back to Monday Night Raw for the continuous battle between CM Punk and Roman Reigns, who decided to show up for work. Good job, Roman.
Wow.
Let me tell you about how dragged out this final segment was. Roman took his time going to the ring, and Punk, just for shits and giggles, took his time going to the ring too. He shook everybody's hand ringside.
I mean, we got deep into cult of personality on this episode.
They almost ran it back. So Roman finally shows up to do the work that his cousins did the week before. You had a little bit of a bloodline reunion. They were back in essentially the clubhouse, blah, 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 blah. Roman keeps calling CM Punk Phil. And Punk's like, I love how you keep calling me by my government name because not many people are allowed to do that. I think you're intimidating me. And Punk goes, probably Punk's best jab of the night was, I I'm not gonna call you Joe because I don't want you to get mistaken with a real Samoan named Joe.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
I can't believe you let him say it.
we live in, because that man was the world champion of a different organization 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, or Hunter doesn't know who Samoa Joe is.
Or doesn't remember.
You imagine.
I'm not surprised. Have you seen Creative?
Yeah.
I've seen Unreal, which is aptly named.
So they do all these jabs back and forth, and pretty much it gets Punk's like, I'm your head. Roman's like, no, you're not. I'm bigger than you, badder than you, faster than you, stronger than you. And then Roman goes, Punk, you're old. And because he said that, like Roman went the AJ Lee route, which it was going to come at some point. He goes, if you want to talk to a real superstar, talk to your wife or whatever. And then Roman goes, Punk, you're old, and Punk decks him.
Okay.
Yeah, he decks him, and then they have to get separated, and Roman is laughing. He's laughing, and I didn't get it. I was like, that wasn't warranted of a punch. But then I remembered, and man, she might be following me on this. That's the point. The point is, CM Punk had to go so deep down into Roman's wheelhouse that they had to bring up his father to get a reaction or a non-reaction from Roman. Roman had to just simply say, you're old, really bite at that one insecurity, you're old, you can't do it anymore, to get a reaction from Punk. Who's in whose head is the big question now.
That's actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because that explains him laughing.
It does.
He's like, because Roman's like, I had to do nothing for that.
So Roman, following your line of thinking, Roman is actually in Punk's head. Roman has got Punk tilted at this point, and Roman's got a family to back him up, and Roman is actually younger than CM Punk. So it's all kind of building in Roman's favor. Who's the babyface in this situation here?
I don't know, actually.
Because it's clear cut for the WWE title now after Randy murdered Cody Rhodes. But we got two guys who are both jackasses saying horrible things about one another, bringing up wives and dead fathers and ages and guys that don't wrestle there. And I'm sure that Punk's going to say something about Roman's white blood cell count at some point during this feud.
That would be wild. Brilliant, but wild.
So they run the risk of us getting to WrestleMania with two guys that are just like detestable. And if you're not K about Punk or Issa about Roman, you're not going to care.
Shout out to Issa. What's going on, Demon Diva? Apparently, there is a rumor about the original that Roman was supposed to pretty much go as low as Punk did and bring up Larry. But then they switched.
Mm-hmm.
Larry would have made
trying to babyface Roman. I don't feel that it's going to work.
Yeah.
You know, there was a couple of things here where Punk was speaking and Roman's like, don't waste my time. And Punk pulled a very childish, you're not getting past me thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he followed Roman out of the ring and forced him to go back
in.
in.
It wasn't even that he followed him. He was getting ahead of him to block
him from leaving, yeah.
Which, okay, cool. It just all it really started to do was show how much bigger than CM Punk Roman Reigns is.
Yeah, it's an interesting battle of who's in whose head, and it's how far are we going to go? Are we going to get into like Boss Man and Al Snow dinner situation that we had from years past? Because there's a recipe. God. There's a recipe for it at this point. No pun intended.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, that requires some grave digging and.
Listen, there's still a lot of
bad. No, I mean, if they are gonna, if that's the idea, is like if you go low, I go lower, then we are going to get references to leukemia and the all out brawl out fallout, and we've already got references. I will say this: Roman finally said something other than "you left for 10 years," and I was thrilled. Awesome. I mean, but if that's the path they're going, where it's just going to be continuous shade from now to WrestleMania, I think I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that too.
They've got to
Listen,
go. They've got to get out of pocket with it, though.
there is still a lot of dog meat on the bones. Remember, we have Larry the dog, and you also had a Roman got showered in dog meat.
That's true.
That's there's a tit for tat there.
The last thing he did before he became the tribal chief was a dog food match with Baron Corbin. Not a dog collar match, because that would have been cool. It was a dog food match, I think.
By the way, shout out to Baron Corbin for being the king of the internet for the past week. Okay, I don't know if you're aware of this.
I saw him cooking a steak the other day.
No, it's not that.
He does that all the time.
Yeah, he does it all the time. He has a whole YouTube page. So Baron Corbin, somebody decided to get into a Twitter war with Baron Corbin. Tom Pestock, for those of you guys who don't remember what his gimmick was.
Bishop something.
Bishop Dwyer.
Bishop Dyer.
Bishop Dyer. So some guy gets in a Twitter war with him about wrestling or whatever, and he's like, "You have horrible taste in wrestling. You like Baron Corbin," and he goes, "Bitch, I am Baron Corbin." Which started a whole "I am Baron Corbin" movement on
That's
Twitter.
incredible.
Come correct or get corrected.
So good. Sorry, that was a great cyber. When shout out to Baron Corbin, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like, what a fucking idiot. But yeah, we have two what could be right now very good feuds for world titles between the men's titles that could go a lot of dangerous ways, and honestly, they need to. Because before this week, God, WrestleMania was going to be a bore.
We didn't have anything. We had Roman and Punk and Randy and somebody. We didn't even know who.
You know, and what was it? And you also had Jade and Rhea, who almost literally don't like each other.
This is going to be bad.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Rhea's going to try real hard.
There's a lot of heat. There's a lot of heat going a whole bunch of places. So now we're going to get to a moment in Raw that has literally in the first 12 hours of it going on YouTube has 61 million views.
Jesus.
Yes. Okay, I didn't send you this video on purpose because I wanted to tell you about it. Okay, so Raw starts out with the Road Dogg special of all these masked men running around the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Seth comes out. Seth says some words about, "I created the Vision. I'm going to kill the Vision, blah, 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 blah." Paul Heyman, in the best "I haven't slept in 3 weeks" look ever.
I love it so much. He's so good at looking disheveled.
One bloodshot eye, not two. One bloodshot eye. And just limping, and he was like, "I came here, you know, blah, blah, blah." He talks about, like, you know what the saying is, you F with me, I F with you. So you know it's F-A-F-O. Then he goes F-A-F-O, and then he goes F-A-F-5. And Brock appears.
Fuck around in F5. Wow.
Which needs to be a t-shirt. I will not buy, though, but it needs to be one. So Brock comes out, and Brock proceeds to destroy all of Seth's trainees.
Just, and that's not hyperbole. He may have killed a couple of them.
He suplexed somebody. He suplexed one kid who over-rotated and landed on his head on the mat on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Not the one I'm concerned about.
I know which one. I think he threw somebody onto the edge of the steel steps on his
That's
back.
the one I'm concerned about. Unless that kid was Darby Allin in a mask.
And then he suplexed somebody headfirst into the barricade right after.
Brock don't care.
I literally was like, I really hope Seth paid for all of their medical insurance for this.
And that was 3 of the dudes. I mean, Brock beat up like 8 dudes. Just one after another after another. And I think at some point, a couple of them just bailed on Seth and just
a couple of them bailed. A couple of them just ran away.
Hell with this. Brock came out and brocked around for a while. He may have hurt some people. He definitely, these people are sore at the worst. At best, they're sore. At worst, they're injured, and
their career might be over.
Not getting paid. The kid on the stairs. And great, I say that about Darby Allin every time, and I keep bringing up Darby Allin because in the past year he's taken that bump 3 or 4 times, and he's always fine. But Brock is just murdering people, and I'm just like, okay, here we go, Brock and Seth, I guess, at at Mania. That doesn't really make sense. I thought we were doing Seth and blah, 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 blah. And then what happened, Rick?
And then the lights went out. This is a theme in wrestling this year. The lights went out, and then green started flashing. And then you heard K. Oba's music.
Ooh.
Mance, I apologize for saying it, but Oba has Goldberg level chance at this point in time.
It's just Goldberg's chant. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I swear Brock was looking around like, I know that chant. Where are you?
The best part, so Oba's prancing to the ring, and they cut to Seth, who's like, ooh, you're going to get it now, like a little fucking kid. So then Oba gets into the ring. The place is going ballistic for Oba Femi. Not Brock, for Oba Femi. Like, it is deafening how loud they're chanting Oba.
He's over.
Oh, yes.
And he's not even signed to a brand.
Yeah.
Deafening how loud they're chanting Oba. So what ends up happening is Seth tries to approach Brock from behind. Brock turns around and runs Seth out of the ring. And then Brock turns around and gets picked up by Oba Femi.
Hell yeah.
And slammed from high heavens with a sit-down power bomb.
The picture does not do it justice because he last
He lifted him up.
And then
I'm so excited to watch.
Lesnar was 12 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Wow.
The last time, I mean, first of all, who's the last guy to pick Brock Lesnar up like that? Probably
Taker? Probably
Undertaker. And that had to have been, again, 2015, 16 since they had him back. The last, and then of course Oba's bigger. I don't know, but he's got more reach and more push than the Undertaker.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I saw Brock this put down by somebody.
He looks small.
They need to, if they run with this, if they make Oba the star they can be, that moment
is it. That's the moment. That's the moment.
It's going to be, in the then, now, forever thing in the beginning. You'll see Oba slamming Brock in 10 years part of then. Because Oba's the biggest star in the world. They can do it. They might not, but they can do it.
I will tell you this. It was so unbelievable. Michael Cole screamed into the mic, holy shit.
Yep.
Uncensored. Wow. Uncensored. He couldn't sit down for the next segment. He goes, I've never seen something like that happen to Brock Lesnar ever. He was beside himself.
He loves to see somebody do that to Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar did that to him. I mean, it's and then later on they confirm it is Oba and Brock.
It's happening. Oba and Brock at Mania, and this is the build that we needed. There are a couple. There's a couple of interesting things that happened. There is a close up. I think it's sweat, but people are saying Oba had a tear run down his eye, like when he saw Brock in the ring and he heard all the chants, and it was happening for the first time. But there is another. Okay, when you see this video, so he slams Brock.
I'm looking for it.
Brock is pretty much a starfish on the ground. Okay, Oba's losing his mind.
Oh, it's up already.
Oh yeah, no, it's been up. Okay. I'm going to tell you this right now. What's up?
I'm putting it on my big monitor.
Yeah. He put his foot on Brock's chest and pointed at the sun. And I was like, oh my God, they're doing it.
Yeah, but there's a little bit more to that. Because if you watch.
I just started it. Right now, all the masked men are in the ring with Seth, and Brock is killing them. That's
watch Brock destroy.
Watch for the stare, dude. If you saw it, if you heard it, Brock says, "Put your foot on my chest."
That's what he was screaming. Okay.
So the last time Brock did that for somebody
was like Styles. Was it Styles?
It was Drew right before 2020 WrestleMania.
Oh, the Rumble, right?
No, it was after. It was going into that WrestleMania before they took all the people out of the building. I think the last Raw before they shut the world down.
Yeah.
Drew put Brock on his back on the ramp, and you hear Brock go, "Pick up the belt, hold it up," and Drew picks up the belt, and holds it up. And so I think Brock is trying to, as much as Brock can, trying to help Oba get over.
I think he is too.
That's very nice.
He's another big dude, and he loves that.
He loves big dudes, yeah.
Yeah.
He loves big dudes.
Or working with AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan because he loved those matches as well.
The fact that he allowed Oba to put his foot on his chest.
Yeah.
And point at the sign. Like, this is the reason that this episode is going to be called Fall from Grace. And it's going to be the picture of Oba with his foot on Brock. Like,
okay, the lights are out. Let's see.
Here he comes.
Who's
it is
coming?
so poetic. And I hate that this might happen, but I think it would be very poetic. This could be a 2-2. It could be a two fight deal here, technically. I could see Brock beating Oba at Mania, but I can see Oba retiring Brock in Minnesota with a quote fall from grace.
I mean,
Brock's retiring this year.
I'm romantic about wrestling sometimes, but it's perfect.
I would.
All right, now they're both in the ring.
All right, let me hear your reaction, Kay.
Yeah.
Right now they're both in the ring. Damn, they're like the same height. That's fucking crazy. Paul Heyman looks pale. He hasn't had a self-tanner in a few weeks. Oh my god!
I told you. Your face.
Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to watch this with sound.
I'm telling you, it's the loudest pop I've seen WWE have since maybe SummerSlam. Yeah.
Oh my god, the foot!
The foot on the chest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, shout out to whoever on Hardcam has that hot cowboy Brock sign. That's so fucking funny.
There's
also
also
signs in the background were great.
There's one there somewhere that says "Ruthless Depression."
Ruthless Depression was one of my favorite ones.
I love that.
Oh, before we leave Oba, a word to all the Oba fans on the TikTok because I see you.
The Oba feminist.
If you're going to do your Oba impression, pay attention. Left foot, right arm. Left
oh
arm,
my god, it drives me crazy watching it.
If you do it wrong, you look like you're walking down Main Street at Disney World. If you do it right, you look awesome. Sorry.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing to realize. So yes.
You should Mance, you should make a tutorial on YouTube. I mean TikTok.
Platform I'm not on yet.
Well, you're on it now. You're on it technically right now.
Yeah, but not my YouTube.
Touche. But yeah, so Oba Brock coming. This is the match WrestleMania needed. Something without a title that is going to just this is the big fight feel. Honestly,
this is our meat slapping match.
Honestly, I could see this opening up. I can see this being the opener of night 2 because the first hour of both WrestleManias are on ESPN. Night 2 is on ESPN proper. The first hour. And ESPN loves themselves some Brock Lesnar. They love
yes,
Brock.
they do.
They love it. Yeah, Oba and Brock is going to be crazy. So that's going to be on WrestleMania. But do we need Jelly Roll at WrestleMania?
No.
Yes.
No. What do you mean Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll
has
returned.
Did we do that already?
Yeah. No, SummerSlam. We did SummerSlam.
That's true.
He did SummerSlam. So Jelly Roll returned. He was on Miz TV. Jelly Roll was also a part of the 09 Randy return segment where Jelly Roll came out the crowd to stop Randy because Randy's his friend, and Randy turned around and almost hit him. And Jelly Roll was like, "Randy, it's me.
I don't know why that stopped Randy, but
did Bad Bunny show up?
No Bad Bunny. I don't think they've gotten Bad Bunny clearance, which is a shame.
Last I checked, he was in Tokyo.
Yeah, he's not coming to America for anything.
No, good for him.
So Jelly Roll does this whole segment with the Miz and Miz TV and talking about Miz is like, do we really need you here? He's like, listen, you're fat, you're washed up, your music sucks, blah, blah, blah. And I'll give the devil his due. Jelly Roll can cut a promo. He did a really good job. Oh, he did a really good job. Yeah. I don't like his music, but he did a really good job cutting a promo. You can feel the pat. Like he's a performer, just in a pure sense. And he's able to get his point across and his emotions across with his cadence and how he layers his words. So it worked really well for him. It's just a matter of what happens here. Kit Wilson showed up because toxic behavior. So I don't know if the Jelly Roll is in some sort of gimmick match with Miz and Kit Wilson, which Kit Wilson needs a spot at WrestleMania at this point.
Mhm.
Miz and Kit Wilson versus Jelly Roll and Danhausen.
No.
Honestly, yes.
Jellyhausen?
Jellyhausen, yes.
Jellyhausen.
Jellyhausen.
Just you paint them up and you go.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Jellyhausen. I love all about it. So I don't know where Jelly Roll fits. They obviously have big plans, but they obviously love Jelly Roll. They love Jelly Roll.
I wonder why.
For more than one reason. But they love Jelly Roll. So he's going to be a part of it. I don't know if that's going to push tickets, but whatever. But he's here to stay for a little while. Listen, I will give a devil's due again with Jelly Roll. He can cut a promo and he knows his wrestling. Like for a celebrity, he's like, if you've seen him on, I think it's like Stephanie's podcast, he is very knowledgeable about the history of wrestling.
He is. He knows his stuff.
He knows his
Good
stuff.
for him.
But go away.
I prefer Benito, thanks.
We all prefer Benito. We all do. So Jelly Roll. And a couple more things here, which I find also really funny. Guess who's back? The Bella Twins.
Yay!
The Bella Twins came out, interrupted the entrance of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, saying, "Good luck. By the way, we're coming for the tag titles. We're next in line." Which I find funny that the Bella Twins Charlotte Flair in our infamous the I'm Charlotte Flair clause. Because I exist, I therefore then get a title shot, which is what the Bella Twins just did to Charlotte Flair, which I find the funniest thing in the world. So it's
really,
leading to some
at this point, it's how are they doing that? Because their nepotism thing isn't there anymore. Bree's husband doesn't work for the company. Nikki's not dating Cena. Their stepfather-in-law is a horrible person, doesn't work there anymore. We're just showing up on the
is she even still married to John Laurinaitis? Their mom?
I don't think so. I think the mom divorced him. I would.
Yeah.
But no, it's just they show up and they get what they want. No one bats an eye, which is fun. But to be fair, when Bree showed up at the Rumble, my first thought was, "Oh, they're going for the tag titles at Mania."
Mm-hmm.
Clearly,
yeah,
they'll probably win them. To be honest with you,
yeah. Bree went public on a podcast saying that she thought that she was going to be back weekly, and she was told, "We'll call you when we need you."
Yeah.
So there is a creative disconnect somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I got no problem with the Bella Twins being around. I have a lot of, I mean, that they're fun to me for them to be around. I don't despise them as some people do. My problem is, I on Raw this week when Kyrie and Asuka walked up to, was it Becky and no, it was Bailey and Lyra, and they're all talking about tag team titles. And my first thought was, who in the hell are the tag team champions? And it's Nia and Lash.
Yes.
It
happened a couple weeks ago, and it is fantastic.
It was a good match. I really liked it. Lash looked great.
My kid did all these Friday night basketball games with the pet band. I missed so many SmackDowns and drag races that I'm behind on everything.
They have the second best women's tag team name in all of wrestling. They are the Irresistible Forces.
That's not bad.
It's a good name.
Yes, it's a good name. Lash and Nia they play off each other really, really well. Obviously, the match that happened on SmackDown that Charlotte and Bliss went to like very much a dusty finish. So we're getting some sort of tag team chaos because Bailey and Lyra, who I don't know how Lyra in character is still around Bailey.
Yeah.
With her just yelling, "Stop talking" at Bailey, I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Could we possibly be getting women's tag team title ladder match?
That's what I was just thinking. I think so.
I mean, you have legitimately 5 teams now saying that they want
Lash, Kabuki Warriors, Charlexa, Bailey and Lyra, the Bella Twins.
5.
There's 5 right there.
I would love a tag team ladder match for the women.
I think that would be interesting. That would be interesting.
There's a lot more of this WrestleMania card that still needs to be built.
We're not as far away from WrestleMania as we need to be for where we are in building the card.
Yeah, I mean, you need Penta deserves a spot. Him and Dragon Lee tore the house down.
I mean,
really?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. They literally just did They just did a strong style luchador match just for the sake of wasting time.
We need a match. We got you. And then,
yeah, it's exactly what happened.
They didn't plan a thing. They went out there and they just wrestled.
Yeah, you need something for the the U.S. title because the U.S. title has been doing really good work
Hang
as
on.
well.
Oh, it's Carmelo. I was like, who's
Yeah, it's
US
Melo.
But the thing about that is, I was like, has anybody beaten Melo for it yet? Which I really thought might be what Royce Keys does when he shows up. Just show up and beat Melo,
Ooh,
beat the US champion.
Oh, Royce Keys. Whenever they figure out his
I'd
contract
love to
situation,
see him wrestle.
Yeah, I'd love to see Royce Keys. That's all.
I'd love to see a powerhouse of a Hobbs perspective to take him out. So there's a lot to be done. But I think speaking of mid card titles, we do still seem to be having, which is a great fucking photo. Becky Lynch and AJ Lee are probably set for Mania. Again, Becky Lynch is not done with AJ Lee. She is still really mad. AJ Lee put on an actual wrestling match with Bayley, which is a solid prompter for AJ Lee to be like, oh, she can wrestle.
Mhm.
Bayley did AAA over the weekend too. Like Bayley's been busy. So this seems to be what they're going with. They're keeping Becky out of the ring for some reason. Probably just trying to keep her fresh. But it looks like we are getting, even though AJ Lee wants to be a fighting champion and accepting all challenges, I think we're going to get Becky Lynch really going after AJ Lee here.
And that's fine. And we all knew it was going this way. I really did appreciate that. AJ had her best singles match, which I think she's only had 2 or 3
since her return
with Bayley since her return. Bayley's a solid person that you can do something great with Bayley with anything. I watched her match with Flammer, which was also pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then Becky showed up, and the beating that AJ took was impressive because AJ has not been manhandled like this since she came back.
Yeah, she got bruised up pretty badly.
At one point, I thought Becky was going to drop the title on her face, that classic heel move, and she only hit shoulder, which is good. We got to have a stipulation at Mania. We cannot just have another straight wrestling match with these two.
It's got to be I Quit.
I Quit would be good. I'm good with Falls Count Anywhere or, not Iron Woman. Not Iron Woman.
No, do not.
But because I'm here tonight, I don't know that I'll be on anymore before Mania. I want to share with you one of my trademarks of crazy wrestling booking.
Well, let's hear it. We've heard weirder, like Eva Marie.
AJ has to retain the title at WrestleMania.
AJ has to retain. I agree. AJ also has to retain.
I also agree.
AJ retains that at WrestleMania. She comes out on Raw the next night. She's having it. She's saying some words, and you just hear
Paige.
I'm back.
Paige.
That's what I was hoping for as well for the Raw after Mania.
Well, then I've got to voice that into the universe because sometimes that happens when I do.
So I like the idea. Saraya has come out very publicly and was like, I miss wrestling. I got the itch again. I'm training again, so on and so forth. And I think that's all well and good. The only issue is the symmetry. And this would have been perfect if they hadn't moved Mania out of New Orleans because Paige debuted and retired in New Orleans, which was supposed to have WrestleMania next year, and then they moved it to Saudi Arabia. And the fact that the Paige returning in Vegas, cool, whatever, but I do like the symmetry of she left. It's like the Shield. It's like the Shield breaking up and debuting in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I love it. I don't know if they're going to do it. I would love Paige to come back, whatever. I just also like the symmetry of her doing it in New Orleans each time.
That's fair. They don't care about that.
No, not this new regime.
They don't. This is their secondary women's title. They barely care about the belt as it is. Actually, to be fair, they care about this one a whole hell of a lot more than the women's U.S. title.
They only care about it when Chelsea has the belt.
Yeah, which is not right now. And I can't think of who. Is it Julia right now?
Julia still has it. Julia's fine, but the problem with the issue with Julia as we start to progress out of here, the Julia issue is nothing wrong with Julia. It's the fact that Kiana James is outshining her every time Kiana James gets an opportunity right now, currently.
Which is saying something because it's Kiana James. And NXT Kiana James, she was one of those, now which one of these women are you? And now I know who she is.
I knew who she was the whole time. I don't know why everybody kept on getting her mixed up.
It's because the names, Kiana James, Ariana Grace, sound too similar.
Fair enough. Here's the way, because I had a Canadian friend of mine who had an issue figuring out who mixing up Kiana James and Kalani Jordan, which I thought was blasphemous. But but I was like, if she looks like she's out of a cheap porn, it's Kiana James.
Yeah.
Everybody else, if she like claps her hands together and dust comes out, it's Kalani Jordan.
Yeah. I mean, you say that, but I'm watching JCW right now with Jasmine St. Clair on it, who's an actual porn star.
It's true.
Oh my goodness! No, we're heading into WrestleMania real fast, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. It's less than 30 days at this point by the time the show gets released.
It is 30 days. I think it's a month from today is night one.
Yeah, a month from today is night one on ESPN2 for the first hour, which is so weird. I really thought they were going to do full WrestleMania on ESPN because why not? So why did you spend all that money?
At least night two, just put that on ESPN and just bring in millions of people watching it.
I was really hyped for the first ever public broadcast of WrestleMania because that would do numbers. They moved it lower in the month for reasons like this. So it doesn't compete with March Madness. So it doesn't really compete with the beginning of baseball, even though it doesn't compete with the beginning of baseball because no one cares about the beginning of baseball.
No.
Except for Mets fans like UK.
Because that's before you get mathematically eliminated.
Exactly.
Hey, look, I'm in the middle of my second rebuilding decade, all right? It's
Mets, who's your team again?
St. Louis.
Cardinals is the closest thing around.
Okay.
It's the closest thing to me.
Look, I love me the Mets.
It was also my father's team, and so that's what
that's me with the Jets. I understand.
The Cardinals are a classy organization. There's no hate for the Cardinals.
They're the second most winning team in baseball history.
That's also true. Go Yankees. It's okay. We all hate the Dodgers now, so that's
we do.
Yo, fuck the Dodgers.
Put all your vitriol to the Dodgers.
We're all impressed about this.
I feel about the Dodgers are my Patriots for baseball.
Pretty much, they're everybody's Patriots for baseball now. It is a shame, but yeah, WrestleMania is building.
They took Edwin Diaz from us.
Because they don't care about money. That's why. Yeah. Luxury tax is pennies to them, and they loophole the system so well that you can't really be mad at them. They pretty much did Bobby Bonilla, but like smarter.
What does that mean?
It means so you know how Shohei Ohtani almost got like a $1 trillion deal?
Yes.
A lot of that's on the back end.
What do you mean?
He's not like his actual working salary is maybe like $2 or so million a year. So a lot of the money he's making is one going to get off of like advertisements and tertiary companies and things. He'll get paid when he retires from them. So what it does is that for salary cap purposes, even though Major League Baseball doesn't have a salary cap because they're pussies, he doesn't really weigh heavy on the salary cap for the Dodgers, which allows them to go out and just throw money at a bunch of other players who end up all doing the same thing themselves.
Oh.
That's why they have a super team. It's a loophole in the contract system again because Major League Baseball is too pussy to have a salary cap.
Right now, eventually
they're getting close. They're getting close. A lot of owners are mad.
They will. They eventually close. When there's a hole in the system, they close it up eventually. The fact that both leagues have designated hitters now. Hate that because I was a National League guy. They have a pitch clock. Love that because it makes games not be 4.5 hours long anymore.
It's so true. I love the pitch clock.
But yeah, they'll eventually close that off, and we'll get into this this level of whoever has the best team when they close it will forever have the best team, and we'll just go from there. It won't. Detroit will never be that team.
Hey, maybe the Pirates will make the playoffs. You never know.
We'll see.
Anything's possible.
I mean,
anything's possible with the salary cap.
Chicago Cubs have won a World Series. Anything's possible.
I also grew up at a time when Chicago Cubs won a World Series. I was watching that.
Yeah,
remember last season? I was convinced we would be celebrating the Mets World Series win at my wedding.
You were convinced of that, and the World Series wasn't even over at your wedding.
It's true, wasn't it?
I was watching baseball at the airport, waiting for a damn plane.
Yeah.
One thing I'm happy about the Dodgers doing. So, be that as it may. Did we miss anything in the world of wrestling before we start to head out of here?
Nothing from about any place that people care about but me.
Well, speaking of you, Mance, number one, thank you for being on the show
Always
at
ready.
such. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. As a last minute replacement, but a suitable replacement. All the time. We appreciate you. We love having you on. And if you are ready for Mania, we will definitely have you on for Mania as long as your schedule permits it.
Yeah, well,
You are pretty much our Mania host, our Mania guest.
I mean,
You gotta come back for Mania.
Tuesday before Mania, as has been the case for what, 2 years now, 3 years now,
2 or so years. Oh,
this would be what I think this is the third consecutive year.
Third year in a row, I believe so.
There you go. And then I've done it with you. I've done it there once before too. So
with me and Mr. YLP. Shout out to Mr. YLP, by the way. He's had a great week. Also, before I forget, Kay, do you want to know what the leaderboard is for our personal Kings of the Rings podcast?
Please tell me I'm beating Will.
You're not actually. In first place is Will with 18 points. In second place, myself with 17. And third place is UK with 16. So you are bridging the gap. You had a really good AEW Revolution prediction. You and Will had
That's really impressive considering, like I said, last time I watched Kenny Omega was on TV and I didn't even know he was gone.
Then that must mean that Kay or Will 1 is making different predictions in the King of the Rings contest than they are in the War Games with all of us.
I did it
because
I copy and pasted.
You're tied. You're tied at ours. So Will's somewhere.
Yeah,
hilarious.
So it's still anybody's game. Hopefully, when I start really hunkering it down, we will probably sneak a little TNA stuff in there because TNA is doing fun stuff. They re-signed AJ Francis, which is a great thing.
TNA has decided I have to watch them again by bringing back the Demon Bunny storyline.
Oh yeah, the Bunny's back. That's right, the Bunny's back.
Not yet. They're working on it.
Like the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny.
They're divorced.
They're divorced. Yeah, so it's just the Bunny.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll explain this one to Kay because it's something I care about. So 2 weeks ago, Rosemary goes into Carlos Silva's office and they sign a contract for Rosemary to start something called the Lazarus Project. Then
love it.
They called that segment Pride. Then this past Impact, they had a segment called Greed, where Rosemary goes into Swingers Palace, which is Johnny Swingers Casino that he had I think, before the pandemic, and we haven't seen it since. It's been there the whole time because TNA got a TNA. And she gets Johnny Swinger to bet and lose the casino to them. So now they've got Pride and Greed. And
we're doing 7 deadly sins.
Sins.
She turns to the empty air around her and says, when we get the other 5 sins, you'll be able to come back. And then Allie appears bleeding from the neck because the last time we saw Allie
was bleeding from the neck,
sacrificing herself, being stabbed in the neck so that Rosemary could escape the world of the dead and Sue Young, the zombie bride. So this was in 2019. I remember this story so well because I met Allie and Rosemary at WrestleCon in New York.
Yeah,
and I remember saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're dead," and they thought it was very funny. So, we're returning to a 7-year-old storyline and doing it the best way possible. And I have to watch TNA now, and every so often TNA hits on one of these stories that I have to come back and start watching all of it again just to make sure I don't miss anything. I haven't had to do this since the Broken Hardys. And so now I've got to squeeze in TNA along with my SmackDown highlights, AEW highlights, Raw, Juggalos. It is that time. But yeah, no, Allie and the Demon Bunny is coming back, and Allie's coming out of the world of the dead, and should be a fun time. And which means they can also show up on NXT.
This is also very true. Yes, the NXT TNA partnership still thrives. And that's why we do
what we do.
Have I sent you that, Mance? The Triple H impersonator on TikTok?
I've seen him.
He's so funny.
He's so good.
He's very good.
He is so good. But yeah, no, TNA is going to be on the up and up. If Slammiversary returns to New York, we're definitely going.
Yes.
I'll come.
Last year was, you should. Last year was so much
fun. Yeah. So much fun. What a great time.
If I do, though, I'm coming for more than 12 hours.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You can crash anywhere you need to, man.
You got to enter the Broadway Lotto, hit a show.
Yep. I would love to see. I do love a Broadway show, and every other topic.
Oh, did we lose him?
Mance?
Oh no, he was just about to mark out the Broadway. There he is. There you are, Mance.
Yay!
There just wasn't time to see a show last time I went to New York because between all the air travel and 2 hours at your wedding reception and more air travel, just couldn't squeeze a Broadway show in there.
Yeah, you missed the steak too.
I know I missed the steak. I have, however, recreated the burger, and it's delicious.
Did it come out good?
When I eventually did it came out really nice.
Jesus.
Good. I'm so glad.
Oh, that burger was amazing. Anyway, folks, all right, let's get this show on the road, do a little bit of a quick post show, and then head out of here. But before we do that, Mance, where can they find you on the socials?
Well, for the first time in a long time, there's a place to find me on the socials. If you go on TikTok, you can find me at Kayfabe Coffee Shop, or excuse me, Kayfabe Coffee House. That is Kayfabe with a K and Coffee House with a K, all one word. I am doing TikToks about wrestling there. Right now, we are counting down the best WrestleMania main eventers from 47 to 1. We're going to be at 23 tomorrow, so we're halfway there. I also drop in some things about Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Yes, the Insane Clown Posse has a wrestling company. It's run by Vince Russo. It's a chaotic nightmare, and I love it. Way more than I thought it would. I dropped a post about that today. I also talk about pretty much all the other wrestling. Hop on there. Kayfabe Coffee House, coffee with a K. And follow that. Otherwise, also, if you really like hearing my voice and you want to hear several episodes of it, hop back into the War feed and you'll find the Wayback Wrestling Machine, where I covered last summer, the summer that WCW brought in a bunch of celebrities and produced some truly horrible wrestling. Check out, there's another season of that coming up probably this summer.
Nice.
And it looks like I'll be covering the first 6 NXT takeovers from Takeover to Takeover Brooklyn 1.
If you need a Takeover Brooklyn 1 perspective, I was at that show.
I was at a Takeover Brooklyn, but it was, of course,
it was 3. It was the last one.
I guess so. It was
4.
really high up in the air and dealing with
because it wasn't Takeover Brooklyn, it was Takeover New York because they had the branded differently.
That's fair. I was dealing with a slightly drunk set of idiots right in front of me, but still had a good time. I think that's one where Walter beat Pete Dunne for the title.
He didn't beat him. He annihilated that
man.
That's also the one, if I'm not mistaken, where Nicholas Giacobbe copped a feel on Johnny Gargano right after he won the title.
That I don't remember, but I do remember Johnny winning the title.
I heard about that.
Watch the end of that one, and I'll get to it. And I'm pretty sure as he's leading into the crowd, there is Nicholas Giacobbe just all around. Just
nice. Shout out to Big Dick Nick. I didn't run into him, but he was in the same panel I was for New York Comic Con this past year at the Ages of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel, by the way.
I haven't seen that kid since that show, actually.
You catch glimpses of him from here and there. But yeah, so thank you, man. We'll definitely find you. But let's get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 437, A Fall from Grace. I am your host, King Ricky Rose. You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ, Ambassador Biggs. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast across all social media. Like, share, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review. The links are in the description below, or also in this QR code right up here at the top of my screen. The links also include access to our merch store, featuring some fantastic merch that I am wearing right now. Also, good job, Kay. Also, fantastic merch that our good friend of Wrestle Addict Radio, Leva Bates, was sporting this past couple of weeks ago. So shout out to Leva Bates, good friend of ours. Yep. We never told you about that, man. So we should. Anywho, if you're listening to us, make sure you're listening to us on Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast. Follow Wrestle Addict Radio socials at addict_wrestle on Twitter and at Wrestle Addict Radio, all one word, everywhere else. The links again are in the description below. Kay Housen, anything for us?
It's St. Patrick's Day, and I'm here. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to plug that I can speak about at this time. You can find me. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at KAE_FABE. I will hopefully have more to share coming soon. So
I'm intrigued.
And Boris is here.
And so is Liv. Hey, Boris. Hey, Liv. I love those. I love you too. All All right, guys. So when we come back next week, hopefully the build to WrestleMania will be that much bigger. Hopefully we'll get something in the undercard. Hopefully Randy starts to really be Randy and his true self.
Punt Pharaoh.
We will see. And there's just so much going on, so little time to talk about it. So that's why we do a show on a weekly basis. So until next week, folks, goodbye. Good night. We will see you soon. Mance will be back very, very soon. Within the month, I can guarantee it. Almost. But someone who won't be back probably till after Mania. Not even post Mania, but like after Mania is Slack. Because fuck you, Slack. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Adios.
This has been a Wrestle Addict Radio branded podcast. So, Mance, if I remember correctly, you went to school with Miss Bates?
She's older than I am, but we went to the same high school.
She does not look older at all than you.
She is, I think, 5 years older than I am. So she graduated right before I started
What?
at high school.
Really?
No way.
Yeah, hang on. How old's Leva?
I don't know. I don't ask people.
Well, hell, I'll find out.
I don't know why I thought you guys were like in the same grade. She might.
I
have
thought they were the
been
same
above you.
age, to be completely honest with you.
Leva is 42, and I am 38. So Leva was a senior when I was a freshman. We went to the same high school.
Mm.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So here's how this Leva.
Did she graduate from there?
Mhm.
I don't know if she graduated from. I think she graduated the same high school.
So what ends up happening is I get messaged by Nate, because Nate does improv, because last year he did improv with Colin Mockery.
Mm-hmm.
So for his improv show last year, I did the signage for the show, and so he asked me to do it again. And it's like, oh, he goes, this year we got Leva Bates to do the improv with us. And I was like, oh, really? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, hey. He's like, I might be able to get her on the show, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all right, so do we want to just give her some merch? And he was like, yeah. So we got her a hoodie. We got her a war hoodie. And then Nate also added his Brace for Impact mug.
Sure.
As well. So we have some Leva Bates. Professional photos for us to advertise and stuff on the shop.
I gotta put those in the drive.
Yeah, please do. I also found out she was in Squid Games, which I had no clue.
I didn't know that.
She died.
Well, obviously. Looking at it, either she graduated when I was in 8th grade or she graduated when I was a freshman, right there. Not exactly a fun fact. The last picture I ever took with my father, I also took with Leva Bates.
I want to clip this and send that to her.
I mean, that's fine. But that was the last. And that was also the last wrestling show he and I ever went to. They did a little charity show at that high school.
Wow.
I said, hey, we're going to wrestling, and he was like, okay, because he had just gotten sick, but he wasn't like debilitated yet, and he loved wrestling. So I was like, we're going, and it was truly an awful wrestling show. It was a small town Kentucky indie. But we had a good time, and again, afterwards we stood there and talked to Leva for a few minutes, but we got a picture and I look at that picture and I have two thoughts. Like, one, this is the last picture I have of me and my dad, and two, I'm so fat in this picture. This was just coming out of the pandemic, so everyone was so fat.
Everybody's a little chunky, yeah.
But it was a good time there. But yeah, no, I love Leva.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Wild, we were actually about to head out of here, but thank you for joining us. We gave you a shout out on the show just in case you missed it. But I know you have some big things coming up for your show as well. Speaking of merch, I have to get on some merch stuff for the spring/summer season.
I got designs to work on.
Yep, I got an ankle to heal too as well. It's gonna be a great time.
So, speaking of merch, should I come up with a way back merch design?
I mean, I kind of like your logo the way it is.
Oh,
I feel like it'd be cool.
I mean,
it's just a matter of like, do we make it thicker or do we like it as is?
I got you.
I'll
leave it to the design queen Kay over there, because
that's fair.
Kay has a better eye than I do.
Whatever you want to do, we'll work it out.
We'll work it out. I know that for this summer, I'm using that. I'm keeping that design, but it's going to be a lot more yellow, black, and silver.
That works.
Cute.
That's pretty cool.
And then I'm already thinking ahead to because I've already watched 2 of the takeovers. I'm already thinking ahead of the fall, and I think what we're going to go with is the Monday Night Wars, no, not that one. And we're going to watch
Is it TNA?
TNA WWE Monday Night Wars from 2000.
Will's gonna love that.
It is, if I remember correctly, the first match of it on TNA is Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair.
My God. My God.
That's definitely Hulk Hogan giving Abyss his Hall of Fame ring from a different company that they're actively feuding with at the time, and it gives him superpowers.
This is correct.
And again, it's still Vince Russo. As much as I complain about Vince Russo, I love Car Crash TV, and the man delivers. If you want Car Crash TV.
Speaking of Car Crash TV, so like in a couple of weeks, in like a month from now, Will's having a bachelor party upstate. So, and I'm part of his bridal party. So they rented an Airbnb in upstate New York, a little east of Woodstock, and it's owned by Vince Russo.
My God.
And honestly, that's the reason Will chose it.
Of course. Well, see, Vince Russo, of course, he goes out to all to wrestle, but with he lives most of the time in Evansville, Indiana. I'm 70 miles from Evansville. I'm in Evansville once a month, and every time I'm there, it's like, if I see this motherfucker, I'm just gonna lay him out.
I told Will to leave the death of WCW on like in the.
I got one. I'll ship it to
him.
in the cabin or whatever. In the house.
Where the hell that is, but I also have a copy of. And I bought it out of some perverse desire to read it. His autobiography. I can't think of what it's called. Swerve. It's not called Swerve. It's some wrestling term. And it's he's so full of shit. And I read every page of it. And again, I complain about it every week, and I mean it every week. But he is the most frequent face you see on the Juggalos wrestling show, even more so than Violent J.
My God.
And okay, you got to watch this show one time.
The Juggalo show?
JCW Lunacy.
I'm so down.
Was that?
I'm down.
Oh, yeah. You got clowns, of course. You got a guy called Stephen Flo, whose gimmick is that
yes.
Like
yes, I've heard of Stephen Flo. Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
And for the first time, I heard his entrance music this last week, and it's just the thing.
Is it Even Flo?
Over and over. It's just somebody going, Stephen Flo. Stephen Flo. I was just like,
That's incredible.
So they, of course, have They have cocaine, which is...
Oh, yes, cocaine, part of the
which
cane
is the
family.
white cane knockoff.
Like the drink?
Yeah,
the drug?
Like the drug.
No.
He does bumps of cocaine in the middle of a match. They have Too Tough Tony, who they call the Louisville Town Drunk. And again, being from Kentucky, it's accurate. He looks like that guy. He also looks like my older brother. It's such a fun show. And then occasionally you get into a point where like, what am I actually watching?
I can't wait. How can I watch the Juggalos?
It's just YouTube. Go to
incredible.
If you just Google JCW Lunacy, it'll bring up the live stream.
I'm in.
Speaking of which, YouTube, which we didn't mention on the show because it's not relevant just yet. YouTube, the new home of all the NXT PLEs.
Great.
No streaming service. No rights contract. YouTube is where you will watch Stand and Deliver.
Great. I have no problem with that.
Which means Discord watch party.
That's true.
I have Juggalo experience. I saw in 2018, I went to the last Warped Tour, the last year Warped Tour did a full tour. And one of the bands on Warped Tour is this Juggalo group called Twisted.
Mm-hmm.
So I was violently high watching these Juggalos sing about drugs, bitches. They shot Fago into the audience. It was great.
Kay, your
I don't know if you noticed,
autobiography.
I've been drinking Fago.
I saw you drinking the Fago. I'm like, is Mance drinking fucking Fago right now?
For whatever reason, my local grocery store stocks Fago. And
I've only seen it out in New York. You know, I've only seen it at like the dollar store.
I miss 50-cent sodas. Anyhow,
I start every one of these kayfabe coffee house videos with a drink, and so anytime I do JCW, I start with Fago.
Okay, I want your autobiography to be called "So I Was Really High Watching Juggalos."
Good.
It was really fun.
See,
I always wanted to go to the gathering at the Juggalos just because I'm just curious. I think I've officially where I'm at in my life now. I think I've aged out of being able to go to the gathering.
I don't know. I'm looking at this crowd. Seriously, I would love to go see this show in person, but that also involves going to see this show in person. It's free. Like they put the shows on, like the weekly show. It's free to get in, but you got to go to wherever the hell it is, and it's like.
Do they tour? Or are they just in one place?
They tour but they're all like Detroit through I say all the past month they've been like Detroit through Vegas and back. So it's like
that's a loop.
Yeah, but you know, you go where you got to go. I'm hoping that I will. They'll come nearby and I can just work up the courage. Like I'm just going.
That's what I'm trying to see. Show. Are they like coming near me? I'm on their Instagram.
The next of the shows they go anywhere else is like Southern Florida, and not only is that going to the Juggalos, that's going to Southern Florida.
It's also very true.
But I am going to watch Stranglemania, which is their WrestleMania week show. It starts at 11:55 p.m. after the Saturday Night WrestleMania. I'm like, oh, God in heaven.
Oh, my Lord.
You assholes.
That's going to be rough. On that note, I'm going to get out of here because I know Kay wants to get some sleep. But Mance, thank you again.
Not a problem.
All that fun stuff. Guys, we will all talk to you